Nicola and welcome to our bus tour.
Finally! Okay, so the bus itself is a Mercedes Sprinter 413 passenger bus. It used to have 16 seats in it. It was ready for the scrapyard and we rescued it. So me and Nicola 2 years ago bought it and it went straight to a garage to do some mechanical work, brakes, suspension, etc. We've got a diesel heater situated underneath here, which just obviously opens up, and we've got a diesel tank in there and a diesel heater, and yeah, it works absolutely fine. We've got 2 water tanks, so we've put one on this side which will refill. That's a 125 litre water tank underneath on the left hand side at the back, and there's one on the other side. The doors open up, we've got storage at the back underneath the bed, and we've got some extra storage underneath which opens up like a hatch door, and we've got a generator in there, and we've got a gas bottle as a backup. This side of the bus we have another 125 litre water tank which is underslung, and we just refill it from here, which is locked, which is great. And then we have an LPG tank underneath. It's a 25 litre LPG tank which is an underslung tank, and we refill it from the auto gas adapter there.
The door.
The door! Come on in! Okay, so we're going to start off with the front of the cab. So originally the bus only had 1 seat in for the driver. Obviously we knew 2 of us were going to be on the road, so at the time we didn't know who was going to be driving, so we put a 2nd seat in, and this passenger seat was installed. It is a convertible seat. The reason why it's a convertible seat is because we needed seat belts in the seats, because once we put this seat in we couldn't get a seat belt from that left hand side wall because the door was there. So it's pretty much impossible to have a seat belt from that wall. Also, when it was an old bus, obviously 20 years old bus, it used to have buttons for various things. There's a ramp at the back, etc. So we've just used some of these switches. So we've got a cab light in there, we've got the seats to turn on, we've got door lights, and I've also installed a couple of more USB ports in there. Right, rule number 1 of the bus: shoes off, please.
Shoes off, yes sir.
Because we're living in this bus full time, we really wanted to minimise how much we kept this floor clean. I'm going to pass the camera back over. I'm going to talk about the kitchen. We have a gas detector. We installed one of them just for our safety. It's that sensitive that even when we spray deodorant it goes off, so it's good.
Or Phil's trumps.
I have trumps once and it went off. I'm sure it was that. It wasn't the deodorant. Alright, we have a sink. Great sink. We have cold water and hot water, so that the boiler kicks in, and we have hot running water. To find a coffee machine which was low wattage to run off our inverter was ideal, so we found this 800 watt coffee machine on eBay, and it works really well. We do only use it in the morning when the sun's been out, just to be, so we've got enough power. We don't want to keep wasting it, but most mornings we've had a good coffee. A very good coffee on a morning. Yeah, and it's got a milk frother on it as well. Which is great. And then we've got some more switches. So these switches here just do the lights under the cabinet. And yeah, it also feeds our Wi-Fi. We've got Wi-Fi in the bus, so we've got a router in there. As you can see now, the windows, this is just perfect height for the windows. This is what we wanted. We wanted to keep the windows open so it felt nice and light and airy in here, and it works well. So we're built up to here, insulated up to here, and then we've got these thermal curtains. We have a boiler in here, an LPG boiler, which is behind here. We've got a couple of security cameras. They're really good. They link up with our phones. 2 hob cooker top. I can run by the LPG tank that we have underneath, and we had to change the adapters inside so it runs off LPG. Remember to do that if you do that yourself. Oven, So it's a Thetford oven. We actually got this second hand. We rescued this one. Needed a lot of cleaning, but we do have a grill and an oven, which is great. We've had pizza nights in, haven't we? And we've done all sorts. So yeah, I would never have thought of putting an actual oven cooker into a bus, but it's great. And then all the storage at the top of the kitchen. We have food in here. We've got more food in that one. We've got coffee in this one, and then in this far left one I have like electricals. The main thing that we have is our full-size under-counter fridge, which is low powered and it runs off our inverter, and we've never had a problem with it, which is amazing. So we've put little caps there so when you drive it doesn't spill out all of our contents.
And now to the bedroom. The bed, the mattress is a fully sized double bed from my apartment that we've now used and built a bed frame from an old bed frame that we had in storage. So everything, nothing's bought, everything's used, and we've adapted and fit perfectly to size. So we have a double bed because comfort is key.
We've also got some USB ports up here to charge our phones when we're in bed, and we've got a 230 socket up here with 2 more USBs.
So the other thing that we wanted to do in case of rainy nights, wherever we were, is install a projector. So we've put a projector screen up, and all we have to do is unvelcro, roll it out. We have a projector that sits nicely on top of this shelf here, and we can play Super Mario on our, what is it, Nintendo?
Yeah, Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo. And we can watch Netflix, we can watch loads of movies that we've got on a USB, and happy, chilly, rainy Phil and Nicola.
Okay, above we have the roof light. Got a fly net on it, which is great to keep the mosquitoes out. And then if we still want the window open and blackout, we've got the blackout part on there.
And then also when the sun is out, instead of the rain, we've got these amazing back doors. Open them up and look at the view.
Yeah, it's pretty special to have these wide open, and if the fan's facing the right way, the sun just beams in. You can lay on bed and actually sunbathe. It's great.
And look for moose. So the thing that I wanted the most from van life experience was mirrors, because I've had no mirrors. Not be able to do my hair, put makeup on, anything. So now we've got probably way too many mirrors, but we have one. We have this one so we can actually see what we look like. 2. And we've actually got one in our bathroom as well for if we need a shave. Not my face, Phil's face. Our beautiful bathroom.
Do you mind trying to go to toilet?
Oh, sorry.
Only kidding.
Thought it was a bit pongy in here.
Now, the bathroom's great. We had the idea of putting one in and not putting one in as well at the same time, but it just makes sense to have one. We've got enough water, beautiful shower fitted, so it's got hot and cold options. We've got our shower gels in here. Down at the bottom we installed a sink, so there's a long sink, so in a van it's a lot easier to drain away instead of just having one plug hole and trying to get it all into one plug hole. The toilet itself is another Thetford toilet which does swivel, but we only have it this way, and you can open and close the flap on it. It's also self-flushing, so it's linked to the electrics. The diesel heater, which we did speak a bit about, but we have an actual valve down here. Okay, now that pumps in warm air as well as the main living area, and it's a great idea to when we do have wet clothes, we just hang our clothes on our clothes dryer, which goes up there, and we hang t-shirts. We can get, well, how many t-shirts? We had 6 t-shirts on at one time when we was drying, but it's great to have the hook there, and we can dry it, and then the next morning the towels and everything else is dry. And last but not least is the dining area. We have this table that moves from side to side, so if we need more space, Nicola's obviously cooking or I'm cooking, one of us can sit and have a bit more space, and then we eat together. With lighting above, got like an IKEA light. I've just got this from IKEA or IKEA, as some people pronounce it, and I converted it from 230 to just 12 volts.
And it looks very glamorous.
It does on the night.
We have a very glamorous dining area.
Yeah. Then the most important bit of this area though is the bottle opener. I've used that many times already. Yeah. When we built the seat and table, I wanted to save some space, so underneath the seats we have storage under here on this side, where the diesel heater is underneath the floor, and one pipe comes into here and one goes into the bathroom, and then we've put a level in there and put some storage in. However, this side is where all the electrics are. So on the top we've got 400 watt solar panel, and it comes through a solar charger which is boxed in behind here. We can see what voltage is coming in from the sun, so today is pretty good. And this feeds down here. Okay, we've got a fuse here, so we can just turn it off if we need to and just reset it. And then behind this seat is where all the electrics are. So we have a 2000 watt inverter, we've got our 12 volt supply, we've got a fireball. If you've not seen these before, these are a really good idea to have in your van or bus. So if there was ever a fire, these actually have carbon dioxide in, and they spread out that area. So because it's quite a confined space, that will extinguish any fires, which is good. So we've got one here, and we've actually got one up here as well, and because we've got some electrics there, and it was next to the boiler.
So that pretty much sums up our bus tour, our home. We love it, don't we? 18 months of pure hard work, and here we are in Norway, in a forest, in the sunshine, and we're having a great time.
If you have any questions about the bus build, please put the questions in the comments below.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Popcorn the Bus.
Yeah, and that's it. Thank you very much for watching.
Subscribe! Oh, cheers.
Okay, come in. Take your shoes off.
They're already off. Hey! No.
Hey, hey!
Hey, hey! Maybe we do hi, because we're in Norway.
Hi, hi.
Yeah. Hi. We're Phil and Nicola. No, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, and you have actually just dragged it all in.
Yeah.
Hey, hey!
Hey, hey!
No, we can't giggle after like that. Surely that's good.
Yeah.